What is up, you beautiful human beings? I hope you're doing really well. I recorded this video, uploaded it, put out a thumbnail saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be doing this. And then realized I could have explained something a bit better. So we're going to ditch this idea and redo the whole thing, but this time for my Void Hunter. Let's go. And you're saying all that, I didn't even explain what we're doing. We're going to try to fix his stats. We're not going to really work on the build itself, that I'll do later. We're just going to work on the stats and how to actually make it better. Now, for us, we should go to a website called D2 Armor Picker, because that's what we're going to be using. It is made by a guy named Majago. And if he's watching this, thank you. So right now we're going to click Hunter. And it's going to update possible results. As we do that, we're going to come down here to exotics, and we're going to pick the exotic we're going to use, which for me is my Omnioculus. So we're going to click on Omnioculus. Then, and this is the thing that I really want to do, we're going to go into the build. We're going to see what we're using. So we're using Echo of Persistence, Starvation, and Obscurity. When we go back into D2 Armor Picker and we scroll down after exotics, we have armor limitation, which I'm not going to bother with. We have stat boost selection. Here I'm clicking void and I'm going to go through what we have, our fragments. We have obscurity, starvation, and persistence. And the reason why we're doing this is because depending on the fragments, it can plus 10 on specific stats, or it can minus 10. So for example, if I had Echo Dilation on, I'll get a 10 in mobility. But if I had Echo Persistence on, I'll get a minus 10. So as you can see, we have to consider this in our armor stats. Now that's sorted, we can start actually talking about what we're trying to achieve. And to do this, I had to sit down and think about what I want through this build, which I have my Hunter Invis build. I need my class ability, it's a must. Resilience is a must. And picking up orbs will give grenade and melee energy. The reason I said that is because I need to think if I wanted to focus on grenades or not. I want to know what stat I need the most. So I made a list of them, and that's I need resilience as a must, mobility, and then grenades. That's honestly what I have to worry about. Recovery is not really that important due to the fact that I can go invis and just stay invis until I recover. So now that we know that's what we're working on, and I suggest you guys do the same thing. You know, think about your builds and what you'd like to achieve in them. Let us get back to it. So on our right, we have all the armor pieces that we've acquired and their combinations. It's all in here, what we can do. And on the left, we have what stat we can pick and how high we want to go in it. The nice thing about the website is that it actually explains to you what these things do at each stat. So for example, discipline's all about grenade energy. If I had a healing grenade at tier 0, it will take me 1 minute and 43 seconds to get. But if I had it at tier 100, it will only take 32 seconds to get. It's amazing because I can now see what everything does and try to get my head around the build. So again, exotics picked out and all the fragments are picked out on what I'm using. Let's get on with the build. I'm going to go with 100 resilience and see what happens. As you can see, the things that are grayed out means I can't do those things anymore. So I can't get 100 mobility if I wanted to. Now, I know I said mobility and grenades is next, so we're going to go full on 60 mobility. And as you can see, my recovery will be low if I pick anything else, but I am going to go with 80 on the discipline. And then my intellect can become 40 and my strength can become 20. And as you can see, we went down to 3 builds on the right. Now, I've been thinking about the build and what it does. At 80, I get my grenade back in 1 minute and 1 second. But if I went down to 60, I'll get it back in 1 minute 15, which is fine anyway, because I do have mods to help me bring the grenade back quicker. At the same time, though, I can add more intellect, which is going to get my super back a bit quicker than normal. So I'm going to add my intellect to it, and I think that's it for the build. On our right side here, we'll have 2 options. And when you click on one, it will show you what armor pieces you need. And then if you go down to what to do now, it will tell you what you need to do. So I need to masterwork all 3. So my mask, my exotic, and my strides. And I have to add 5 major resilience mods to it. If I go to the next one, it will just tell me that I need to do my mask and my strides, which is great because I don't have that much Ascended Shards. I'm gonna end you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was not worth the effort. Master Rahul! Master Rahul!
Should we begin then?
Thank you, Master Rahul! Also, in the materials cost, it'll tell you what you need. You need... So I just need 5 enhancement cores, 6 prisms, which I know I have, and 2 shards. But if I went to the other one, it will be like... I need 5 shards, which I don't have. 11 prisms, which I don't have. And 10 enhancement cores, which I do have. So... You get the picture. You have to look and see what you can and cannot do, what you're willing to wait, what you're willing not to wait for. Also, these builds are different. So, for example, the bottom one has more discipline, more intellect, but the other one has more strength, more recovery. We're going with the bottom one. I'm going to say open loadout in dim. I'm going to save this for myself, and then I'm going to apply it. And as you can see, I'm a sexy red things on. And now we're going to masterwork the mask and the strides. And just so I don't forget, I am going to lock these because I don't want to get rid of them. And I'm going to save this so I don't mess up here. Now the website's told me to equip 5 major resilience mods and we're golden. If I come over here, we should have 60 mobility, 100 resilience, 32 recovery, 65 discipline, 68 intellect, 24 strength. That's exactly it. Now I have to go through and actually get the build sorted and figure it all out and maybe change the red. I hope this helped. Have a beautiful day. God bless. If you have any questions, put them down and hopefully I can get to them. Take care of yourselves. Peace and love.